Welcome back to Daytime, and we are here with Herb Walsh, who's an artist and metal sculptor. Welcome, Herb.
Okay.
Hiya.
The first thing I want to ask, basically, is a metal sculptor. Can you give us a definition of exactly what a metal sculptor is all about, or being one, actually?
Actually, the stuff I do is more like symmetric art and less of a sculpt. Like, if I see different shapes, then I'll, I don't know, I just get different ideas.
Okay.
Like, so I see shapes, like sometimes I wake up.
So a lot of it's visual.
Very, yeah, it's very visual. Yeah.
Okay, I see. In particular, I guess we'll just touch on this one right here. Now, when I first looked at it, the idea behind this, I'm not sure.
Can you pick it up, Herb? I know it's really, really heavy and it's miles away from you now.
Sure, show that for sure. That's neat.
Can you see that? It's just
so what I'm kind of curious about, Herb, is how you came up with that idea. Is that a bunch of pieces put together, or is it? I see.
It's like there's about, I think, around 85 pieces total in this. There's 6 different. There's 6 different.
Yeah, you can put no, Herb, you have to hang on to that. That was a prerequisite.
Oh, no. Yeah, so it's fun, you know. And
I see.
So you made every single piece of that, and what made you decide to do? For example, there is, I think, six sort of flats, I guess, and it's, as you say, it's very geometric and it's easy on the eye because it's symmetrical to me, because I like symmetrical things. It's really easy to look at.
Yeah.
So you really look at sort of the line of what you're making.
Yeah, I wanted it to have a slow. Like, I didn't make it each individual piece. The scrap metal, that was the blank scrap, and then I saw that as a spoke.
Right.
When I saw those, I saw a spoke rather than just a, and that's what I mean about the visual thing.
Right.
And then I just started, like, I gathered up, like, I don't know, a couple hundred of them, and I just started putting them all together, and then I slowly, I don't know what to tell you, and then I like to have smooth, I like to have a nice smooth motion, and because people seem to like it. And
it's almost like you can picture the wheel moving, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I see now. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, you know, how did you start doing this? I mean, I know I've cheated and read your biography here, and I know you started at a very young age. Do you want to just give us a sort of quick rundown on your roots in art?
Like in the metal or in the...
Everything. How did you start out?
Well, in the photography part of it, I just... I always liked... I'm very visual, so it's the same with pictures and stuff.
Right.
So I was just looking through, I think it was a National Geographic, and when I was about 7, I told my mother that...
This is what I'm going to do.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'd like to do when I grow up, is take...
especially National Geographic, there's lots of work.
Pretty inspiring work.
There's another photograph you have down there. Or is it a piece of art, or is it a photograph you were mentioning earlier, how you put that together?
Yeah, it is a photograph, but should I hold it?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
It is a photograph, but it's actually, I try to go for a watercolor look.
I see.
And,
I want to know how you did that, because to me it looks like you're in a plane, because you've got the sun, and then it's almost like, did you take it sort of from this angle? Like, I can't understand how you managed
it's a
it.
trade secret.
Oh, you know, exactly.
People want to talk.
I want to know how to do that.
I certainly can't say on camera.
Right. But it's fascinating, because you just, every time you see it, you see sort of different shapes and different angles. And
well, it's an artist's trade secret, I would suppose.
I like to know how things work. I'm pretty curious.
And this one is like, it's an abstract of leaves, and
Wow.
It really looks like a watercolor as well.
Yeah, it does. Again, that's very sort of tactile, isn't it? You can almost sort of feel the leaves sort of blowing in the wind kind of influence. It's very visual as well.
So the key to this work that you do here is that it's the method of how you brush over it, I guess you could say, or the way in which you try and achieve the kind of, what am I searching for?
The look?
Yeah, it's not like a polished look of a clear photograph that you would see.
Yeah.
But is that the secret?
Yeah, like I'm not shooting for clarity. Like
I'm
shooting for, it sounds kind of funny for a photographer, but I'm shooting for blur.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error. But, you know.
You don't want to sort of directly reproduce what you see. You want to see what you see in your mind rather than what you see directly with your eyes, kind of thing.
Yeah, I like to play with the image, and then it's nice because, and it's nice that it fools people because they think I'm a painter.
beginning, I said, oh, I was telling Tony right at the beginning of the interview, and then he'll be bringing in some pictures, and then from the corner of the studio, it's like, they're photographs. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, I can't lie about it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
No, we'd rather you didn't too. So what made you change from photography into metalwork? Was that sort of a natural progression for you?
Well, actually, I still do both.
Right.
But I'm a welder by trade, and so I'm around all this steel all the time. And I had been seeing images for a long time that I wanted to make, and I just had not taken the time to.
Right.
You know, because there's like about 20 hours in that piece there. Like it's time consuming. So I just hadn't taken the time to do it. So
Yeah.
And then I just, once I started,
You're on a roll now.
I'm working on 3 right now at once, plus a couple of photos. So I mean,
I see. Yeah, I was just curious to know this piece. You mentioned that you're a welder by trade. Now, when you're welding something like this and you want it to come out as art, usually when you're welding, it's not something you're trying to do for art purposes.
Right.
So the time and effort that you put into this, polishing, what do you think is the toughest job, actually, of achieving what you have here? Like the overall, what you have. Like, what's the toughest part of putting this piece of work together?
The welding is kind of tedious. Yeah, it's all TIG welded, and you know, usually I have a sore back by the time I'm done, because it's, you know, all your hands are out in front, and it's all kind of little pieces, and and I'm trying to make them totally symmetrical too. Like I'm trying to. That's what makes it work.
Perfection.
Is that they're the same, and they have to be the same, and that's the part that requires the time and the effort.
Right.
You know, because you're not jigged or anything. It's all done by hand. So.
Yeah. Definitely, you can see it's hand done. Now, you mentioned to me earlier before the show that you've recently sold 3 pieces. So, can you tell us a little bit, where would people find your work if they were interested in?
Yeah, they'd find it at Artistics right now of London.
Okay.
On Piccadilly.
Right.
And it's a great place, and there's just all kinds of local art in there. Like in every description. Yeah, and they've really been good to the local artists of London, actually. Yeah. So.
Do you foresee any projects that, in your mind, visually they're extremely large, and that you're actually striving towards of someday, yes, I'm going to start this now and I'm going to do this project? Is there something that you feel that is going to kind of be like a pinnacle?
Oh, I'd like to do a large, I'd like to do one of those about, you know, something really big that can go in front of a mall.
Yeah.
You know, but for that I'd need to quit my job and have sponsorship, because it would be like a major project that would take me a long, long time. But I have the ability to reproduce, or, well, actually these are one of ones. But I have the ability and the skill to make a huge one. Like I thought about it, I'd like to make a huge one. But
It would be wonderful.
I need a crane and
All kinds of equipment you need for that.
Yeah.
Now, in the last couple of minutes that we have left, do you foresee yourself focusing totally on one or other medium, or do you still feel you need the both to sort of express yourself fully?
I think I need the both. Like, I just finished a photo. I didn't bring it because it's not mounted, and it's the best one I've done. Like, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So, and it's fairly new, and and plus I'm working on 3 of these right now at once. So
3 different metalworks.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm
Is there any idea of kind of what they are, or do you wait till the finished product comes out and then you can see it for yourself?
One's going to be like a staircase, a revolving staircase. This is really going to be cool. And
Is it circular, you mean?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh,
Symmetry again.
Yeah, it's going to be heavy too. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to move it when it's finished, because it's going to be a heavy.
If you put it together in your house or your apartment, you might not be able to get it out again. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be there permanently.
I have a piece of furniture like that. Didn't think about this one. Wow, that's wonderful. A huge range of ideas there. And just very, very quickly, when you look at that picture of leaves, do you see the image in your mind? And do you think people, when they look at your work, will see their own image?
Yeah, I think everybody sees it a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
That's what I want, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can take
I never would have thought Wheels in Motion back in the day.
I did.
We've been talking with Herb Walsh, who's an artist and a metal sculptor, and the works are excellent, Herb, and hope you do some more stuff and maybe get it on display more. So,
thanks very much.
Okay, thanks for having us. We'll be right back with more daytime.
Welcome to Work.